Welcome to Tell Me If I Am a Good Coach. So, today is the day for all of the Karens and internet trolls to leave their scathing review of my ability to teach the posting trot. But joking aside, I did show up to, so I ride. I don't teach very much. I have a few people I work with that don't cry every time I give them a lesson. So I do teach a little bit, and I usually don't in the winter, but I showed up to a lesson the other day and like walked in the arena and said hi, how you doing? And then like they're staring at me like, what do I do? And so I figured what better place than the internet to have all the internet trainers and riders tell me what to do. But seriously, I'd love for this to help somebody, in addition to me, if anybody is so kind as to leave a constructive bit of criticism, um, because posting trot is hard, and yeah, so we'll start with the basics. So this is the posting trot. So this is the posting trot because I am doing this up, down, up, down, up, down thing. And we do that because back in the day when they had outriders next to carriages, the outriders would have to trot along with the carriages because carriages trotted. And it's once you get going, you'll learn. And for anybody just learning, you probably are acutely aware that sitting a big, long, open trot is probably not great for the horse or rider. So we have the posting trot because we had outriders for carriages. So the posting is this up, down. We do in competition and for other reasons have a sitting trot. So usually the horse, she's getting tired. She's very out of shape. But you sit. You literally just sit. So you have another thing called diagonals. So it matters what leg you stand up with. So you stand up with the outside leg. So every time I go to the right, I stand up with the left outside leg. And then, sorry, I know. When I go to the left, you change your diagonal. So the leg you're standing with is your diagonal. And you do a little bouncy seat there, like I did. So now I've changed my diagonal and I'm standing up with the outside right leg. So that's a pretty important skill, especially if you're going to be a show kid. So to do that, you go up, down, up. So I'll do that a few times so you can see it. So I'll do up, down, up. And I cannot talk fast enough to do that with the horse. But we go up, down, up, down, up. Okay. There we go. So that's why we trot, post trot. Really, as a beginner, you're learning the posting trot, you don't need a sitting trot. Yet, it's horrible. I don't recommend it for a beginner. But you can, to learn to post, you can do like a hands on the neck jumping position. And if you can do that, then that works. It gets you off the horse's back. And then you can do like a squat, right? And then you're not fighting. You can learn the rhythm as you go. And still sit and pop up. And you can hold the mane so you have some stability. I think that's just fine for a beginner. But I recommend doing that, starting off at the beginning. You do it from a standstill, then you do your down, up, down, up, and then do that at a walk. And then at the walk, you can do it. Ooh. So when you're walking, you kind of have to steer, right? So if you don't have a coach with you, you're in a group lesson, you have to steer. So I'd recommend doing this, grabbing mane, and then building that muscle memory. And it's really important for that body position and stability to have your ankle lining up with your hip. So your ankle to your hip. And then when you're sitting like this, it should be your ear. But the whole point in that ankle to hip thing being so important is it's kind of like a squat. So if you're squatting, so I'm falling back now, but if your legs go forward, it kicks you back. And then it's a lot harder to get out of the tack if you're trying to go vertical, which you should be. So posting is a vertical motion with a little forward movement. But if your ankles are out and your hips are back, and you're new to riding, and this is what I see a lot, and you're like this, having your hands out like this is actually pretty hard to get your balance. It's almost like the equivalent of doing no hands on a bike. So, if you start in your jumping position, then you've got the mane to grab. But starting like this, if you get kicked back in the back of the saddle, you're not only trying to go up, you're trying to go forward. So you're doing this rocking horse motion and your legs swing back behind you, and that's going to just throw you off. So in addition to just trying to get the up, down, you're like, whoa, and you're swinging all over and the horse gets mad and everybody hates it. So that is my 10 cents on learning to post trot. So posting trot from a rider, not somebody who teaches a lesson program. So hopefully that's a unique view for you. So if you have comments, leave them below. There's no hate button there. Oh, it fell at the right time. Are you a good girl?